From Copra, there are multiple ways in which oil can be mechanically extracted. One method is expeller. So, expeller is a screw press with a narrow mouth. Now, in order to feed copra into this expeller, we have to cut copra into small pieces. So, these copra pieces has to be thoroughly dried. These dried copra pieces are then fed into expeller, and through a screw press, the oil gets extracted. The byproduct is cake. This cake is further crushed the second time to get more oil out of it, and then finally it is separated into oil and cake. So expeller is the most efficient method of oil extraction. The oil yield is higher. The resultant oil quality is superior because copra is dried, and this is what bigger oil unit do. In fact, even in Cocoguru, we use expeller to extract oil. So there are two ways to extract oil. Copra is roasted before oil extraction. Another method, copra is not roasted. A majority of the millers, they don't roast copra before oil extraction. This is the cold pressed method of coconut oil. In the former way, it is called as roasted coconut oil. By roasting, the taste, aroma, flavor enhances. The shelf life is also greater. In the cold press process, where copra is not roasted, the flavor is more natural. It is similar to copra. The next method is wooden rotary. Now, rotary is based out of cast iron. So, cast iron is brittle. So, it cannot be subjected to a lot of pressure. That's why the copra that we put into a rotary machine should have some moisture. Moisture acts as a lubricant. Whereas in an expeller, this kind of lubrication is not necessary. So, if the copra that is put into a rotary machine should not be dried. If at all it is dried, we have to add some water. So, what oil that is extracted from a rotary machine is then kept for sedimentation in a barrel for a week or 10 days. So, the fruit or the copra particle will settle down at the bottom, oil will remain at the top, and then it is separated. So, this is the sediment of filtering. In expeller, it is through filter press. So, it is an online method where unfiltered oil is fed from one end, and through the filter plates and cloth, solids are separated and filtered oil comes out in an online process. Going backwards in technology, we have wooden rotary. So, in wooden rotary, instead of metal, wood is used. So, naturally, compared to metal, wood is softer. So, the pressure exerted on copra is lesser and the oil yield is lesser. The belief is that when lesser pressure is exerted, the lesser heat will come out of it, and hence the natural form of coconut oil is retained. On the contrary, the wooden plank will have its own pores and holes on which the copra pieces and the cake and oil will appear. And if it is not used even for a day, fungus will develop on it. It's not the most hygienic way of processing oil. Oil yield is very low. We are paying not for the quality but for the oil extraction. But it's a buzzword these days, wood pressed. It's considered the most superior form. So I reserve my comments on that. The actual oil quality, many people think if it is made from rotary machine, then it is a very superior form. It's not like that. The quality of oil depends on the quality of copra that is fed into the extraction machine. So in these two methods, that is the rotary, smaller batches of oil can be produced. It is the traditional way, not the most efficient way. With a smaller capital budget, one can set up such oil mills.